The future of education is unfolding before our eyes, shaped by the relentless march of technology and, more specifically, the astonishing capabilities of artificial intelligence. For centuries, the classroom has looked much the same. A teacher at the front, students in rows, textbooks open, and learning progressing at a pace dictated by broad curriculum standards. But as we stand on the threshold of a new era, the rise of AI is poised to revolutionize not just what we learn, but how, when, and why we learn. Artificial intelligence is no longer a distant dream or the exclusive domain of science fiction. It's woven into the fabric of our daily lives, from the recommendations we receive online to the way our devices interpret our voices. Education, a field that touches every human life, is undergoing a profound transformation as AI technologies move from the periphery to the very heart of teaching and learning. One of the most promising frontiers is the personalization of education. Every learner is unique, different backgrounds, talents, prior knowledge, and interests. Yet, traditional education has often been a one-size-fits-all model, posing challenges for those who excel or struggle outside the median pace. AI has the potential to break this mold entirely. Imagine an intelligent tutoring system that adapts in real time to a student's strengths and weaknesses, offering additional practice where needed, accelerating through mastered content, and suggesting enrichment topics tailored to individual curiosity. This is not a distant vision. AI-powered platforms are already making inroads into classrooms around the world. These systems analyze students' responses, track their progress, and adjust the difficulty or type of content accordingly. In mathematics, for example, an AI tutor can instantly recognize where a student makes repeated errors, perhaps misunderstanding the concept of fractions, and deliver targeted explanations or interactive visualizations that address the gap. In language learning, AI can converse with students, correct pronunciation, and introduce new vocabulary at just the right moment, guided by the learner's progress. Personalization extends beyond remediation. Gifted learners, who may finish lessons quickly, need not sit idle. AI can challenge them with advanced problems, creative projects, or interdisciplinary connections, keeping engagement high and deepening understanding. In this way, the classroom transforms into a dynamic ecosystem where every learner's path is optimized and no one is left behind or held back. But the impact of AI is not limited to direct instruction. It is also poised to automate a host of administrative and repetitive tasks that currently consume much of educators' time. Grading essays, tracking attendance, managing schedules, and compiling reports. These are vital functions, but they can detract from the human connection and creativity at the heart of teaching. AI can efficiently handle these duties, freeing teachers to focus on what matters most, inspiring, mentoring, and supporting their students. Consider the process of grading. AI algorithms, trained on vast data sets of student writing, can evaluate grammar, coherence, argument structure, and even creativity, providing instant feedback to students. This not only accelerates the return of results, but also gives learners actionable insights, while their work is still fresh in their minds. For educators, it means more time to design engaging lessons, provide one-on-one support, and innovate in their teaching practice. Beyond the classroom, AI's analytical power can help schools and districts identify trends and intervene early to support at-risk students. By analyzing patterns in attendance, grades, and engagement, algorithms can flag those who may be struggling, alerting counselors or teachers to offer timely help. This data-driven approach enables a more proactive educational system, capable of addressing challenges before they escalate. Yet, as AI takes on these roles, the very nature of teaching is set to evolve. The role of the educator will shift from being the sole source of knowledge to a guide, mentor, and facilitator of learning. With AI handling routine instruction and assessment, teachers can spend more time cultivating higher-order thinking skills, creativity, collaboration, and emotional intelligence, qualities that remain uniquely human and are increasingly vital in the modern world. In this new paradigm, the classroom becomes a collaborative space where students tackle real-world problems, work in teams, and engage in project-based learning, with AI tools supporting each learner's journey. The teacher orchestrates these experiences, drawing on data from AI systems to tailor support, foster critical discussions, and nurture a culture of curiosity and growth. But the shift is not without its challenges. As AI becomes more deeply embedded in education, important questions arise about equity, privacy, and the very goals of learning. Will access to advanced AI tools be universal, or will disparities widen between those who have and those who have not? How will student data be protected, and who owns the information generated by AI-powered platforms? What skills should we prioritize in a world where machines can perform many traditional cognitive tasks? Addressing equity is paramount. The promise of personalized learning can only be fulfilled if all students see it, regardless of background or geography, have access to the necessary technology and infrastructure. Efforts to bridge the digital divide, providing devices, connectivity, and digital literacy, will be essential to ensure that AI-driven education benefits every learner, not just the privileged few. Privacy is another concern. AI systems rely on vast amounts of data to function effectively, but this data includes sensitive information about students' performance, behavior, and even emotions. Robust safeguards must be established to protect this data, with clear policies on consent, transparency, and security. Parents, educators, and students themselves must be empowered to understand and control how their information is used. Perhaps the most profound question is how the goals of education may shift in the AI age. For generations, schooling has focused on imparting knowledge and skills needed for the workforce and civic life. But as AI takes on more cognitive labor, the human edge will lie in creativity, empathy, ethical reasoning, and the ability to learn continuously. The future of education will place greater emphasis on these capacities, preparing students not just to work alongside AI, but to shape its development and use for the common good. Curricula may evolve to include AI literacy, ensuring that all students understand how these systems work, their potential, and their limitations. Critical thinking about technology, its ethical, social, and economic implications will become as important as traditional subjects. Students will need to learn how to assess information critically, collaborate across cultures and disciplines, and adapt to a world in constant flux. The integration of AI into education also opens the door to new forms of learning that transcend the traditional classroom. Virtual and augmented reality, powered by intelligent algorithms, can immerse learners in rich, interactive environments, exploring ancient civilizations, conducting virtual experiments, or collaborating with peers around the globe. These experiences foster deeper engagement and understanding, making learning more relevant and memorable. Assessment, too, will be transformed. Rather than relying solely on standardized tests, AI can enable more authentic, ongoing assessment embedded in the learning process. As students work on projects, solve problems, or create digital artifacts, AI can capture evidence of their thinking, collaboration, and creativity, providing a richer picture of learning and growth. For lifelong learners, AI will make education more accessible and flexible. Personalized learning platforms can support adults as they reskill or upskill in response to changing job markets. Micro-credentials, digital portfolios, and AI-powered career guidance can help learners navigate complex pathways, identifying opportunities, and closing gaps as they arise. Educators themselves will need to adapt, embracing new roles as designers of learning experiences, curators of digital resources, and coaches for personal development. Professional development must evolve to equip teachers with the skills to work alongside AI, interpret data, and foster the human elements of learning. Collaboration between humans and intelligent systems will be at the heart of the educational enterprise. Teachers and students will learn to leverage AI as a partner, one that can handle routine tasks, surface insights, and open new possibilities, but that also requires ethical guidance and human oversight. The future of education in the AI age is not predetermined. It will be shaped by the choices we make today about technology, pedagogy, policy, and values. It calls for a collective effort. Educators, technologists, policymakers, parents, and students working together to harness AI's potential while safeguarding what is most precious in education, the development of thoughtful, compassionate, and empowered individuals. We must also recognize that change will not be uniform. Different countries, regions, and communities will adopt AI at different paces, reflecting diverse needs, resources, and cultural values. Local innovation will flourish as educators experiment with new models and adapt technology to their context. Global collaboration can accelerate progress, sharing best practices and learning from both successes and setbacks. Looking ahead, the pace of change will only accelerate. New advances in AI, such as natural language processing, computer vision, and generative models, will unlock capabilities we can scarcely imagine today. The boundaries between human and machine learning will blur as students and educators co-create knowledge, solve complex problems, and pursue shared goals. To thrive in this landscape, we must cultivate not only technical skills, but also ethical wisdom. As AI systems become more powerful, the responsibility to use them wisely grows. Education must foster a sense of agency, encouraging learners to ask not only what technology can do, but what it should do. Critical dialogue about the social and ethical dimensions of AI will be essential, ensuring that innovation serves humanity rather than the reverse. In this future, the classroom walls dissolve. Learning becomes a lifelong, borderless adventure, guided by curiosity and fueled by intelligent tools. The teacher's voice is amplified, not replaced by AI, empowering every learner to reach their full potential. The story of education in the AI age is just beginning. It is a story of possibility, challenge, and hope. By embracing change thoughtfully, staying true to our deepest values, and working together, we can build a future where technology enriches learning for all. As we imagine this future, let us remember that technology is a means, not an end. The heart of education will always be the human connection, the spark of inspiration, the joy of discovery, the support and encouragement that helps each of us grow. AI can augment these experiences, making them more personalized, more engaging, and more effective. But it is up to us to ensure that the tools we build serve the greater good, fostering wisdom, compassion, and a shared sense of purpose.